All right, I think you're really going to like this clip, or at least be horrified by it in a sense that will be sort of enjoyable, but horrifying. We've talked about the kind of like manufactured nature of the culture wars that the right is currently engaged in. And the manufactured can mean a couple different things. Manufactured can be manufactured by creating irrational fear, through lying to people and making them think that something is a threat to their way of life or to their family or whatever. So it could be manufactured with lies to create fear. It can also be considered manufactured in that it's sort of like just based on either misunderstandings or factual discrepancies, like about the 2020 election, the big lie. It's unconstitutional, and states violated the rules, and dead people voted, and Mike Pillow has access to voting machines that show all these different things. And it becomes sort of a cultural thing where, even though you might say, well, what's the culture of claiming the election was lost? It's this cultural fight where they see themselves as engaged in a war where it doesn't matter if they literally believe the explanations as to how the election was stolen. They see repeating that it was stolen as being on the right team and fighting this holy war of sorts, quite frankly. One of the flashpoints, so many of the flashpoints in this include critical race theory, war on Christmas, communism and socialism coming to America. You could argue the Biden dementia thing is part of the culture battle. The big lie, certainly. There's a whole list of these things, and we can go on and talk about them. Critical race theory is particularly interesting because even more in an even more pronounced way than with socialism and communism, the people talking about it don't even know what it means. Oh, all the vaccine stuff also would be another element of this. A lot of the people saying critical race theory is just a disaster, they literally have no idea what it is. They have no idea what it means. They don't understand what it means in context, out of context. They just have no clue. This is a video that has gone viral from The Good Liars, who do these really, really great interviews. The Good Liars interviewed a Virginia voter. As many of you know, today is election day in Virginia. We're going to be covering the results live of the gubernatorial race, Terry McAuliffe versus Glenn Youngkin, who's the Republican candidate. Very important race, and there are really important issues at stake. The Good Liars went and interviewed this guy, Air Force veteran, at least according to the hat the guy is wearing, and said, what's the most important issue? And the guy said, it's critical race theory. And when asked what it is, the guy literally has no idea what it is. He just doesn't know what's going on. Take a look at this.
What's the most important issue in the governor's race here in Virginia?
Getting back to the basics of teaching children, not teaching them critical race theory.
Now, before even getting to the question, what is critical race theory? It's not very small government conservative-y to want the governor to necessarily dictate school curriculum. I mean, remember, these Republicans claim to have this principle they abide by, which is you only involve government in everything when absolutely necessary. If not, you leave it to school boards, leave it to municipalities, leave it, right? But here, they want to elect Glenn Youngkin, who has made a big deal out of we got to get critical race theory out and all these different things, completely in violation of their so-called light touch conservative principles. But then here comes the question, what is critical race theory?
And what is critical race theory?
Well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because I don't understand it that much, but it's something that I don't, what little bit that I know I don't care for.
And what have you heard that you don't,
well,
that you don't like?
I'm not going to, you know, I don't have that much knowledge on it, but It's something that I don't care for.
You know, this is like when a kid is presented with, you know, broccolini for the first time, and the kid says, I don't like it, I'm not trying it. But what about it don't you like? It doesn't taste good, or you don't like the text? I've never tried it, I don't like it, I don't want it. Okay, right, but I don't care for it. The little I know about it, which is the fact that you're trying to feed it to me, not good. I don't like it. It's a similar dynamic. Well, maybe inform yourself about what it is first. And our friend Anna Kasparian over at the Young Turks had a really good tweet about another aspect to this. So how many layers are there to this? There's a lot of layers. There's people who are just goaded into culture war issues by fear and propaganda. That's one aspect. Two, the general incompetence of the American public, which we will get to in the voicemail segment. Three is what Anna tweeted, which is, this is what manufactured culture wars meant to distract you from elites robbing this country blind results in. And folks like this guy, they would probably agree. If a Republican says corporations are robbing you blind, they would probably agree in some general sense to the extent that they understand it. If a Republican said, you know, even climate change is an issue of patriotism, like they would go for it. But very quickly, all of those substantive issues, including issues on which there aren't big differences between Republicans and Democrats who are part of the same system that is not working for tens of millions, if not more, of Americans, they get distracted with something like critical race theory, which this guy even admits that he doesn't even know what it means. So sad, funny, depressing, Kafkaesque, to go back to the earlier segment. You tell me how you would describe it. Science has shown us that lowering your body temperature at night helps you sleep. I can't sleep in a hot room. That's why I love our sponsor, Chili Sleep, which makes customizable, climate-controlled sleep solutions to sleep better. Their flagship products are the Uller sleep system and the Cube sleep system, which is what I have. Both are hydro-powered, temperature-controlled luxury mattress pads. You can make them as cold as 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you wanted, you could go as hot as 115 degrees. I like the cooler option. I keep mine at 60 degrees, and it gives me a great cool night of sleep. No feeling hot, no more sweating. I'm falling asleep faster, and it pairs perfectly with Chili Sleep's weighted Chili Blanket, which keeps you cold on top, too. They'll give you 20% off everything when you go to chilisleep.com/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.